Oki, Dadanastada, Ambawastich, Tansei, and good morning, everyone. After a beautiful weekend in Calgary, I want to thank you once again for doing everything you can to conserve water while our crews are working around the clock to repair the feeder main and restore water service for Calgary and the region. I can report that yesterday our water consumption levels were up again. We used 467 million litres. And while that is below the threshold, we're trying to stay lower so we can ensure that we have an emergency supply of water available in case it's needed. Yesterday we had another very good example of why that supply is so important. The Calgary Fire Department battled a fire in the community of Prestwick last night. Thankfully, there are no injuries being reported and crews were able to manage the blaze. Our ability to use less water for our daily routine has really resulted in folks at the Calgary Fire Department being able to access water when they need it for critical situations like the one last night. I want to thank you in advance for continuing to dig deeper. We know that we can conserve water best when we understand that we're in this together. I know you're doing your very best, and I know you will dig in a little bit more. We need to get down a little bit from a 467 that we're at. All indications are that the repairs are presently on track, and the plans for flushing the pipe and testing the water are being evaluated to make sure we understand the timelines as the repairs are nearing completion. Please remember that even after crews are done the repair work, there are several days that are going to be needed to get the water pressure back into the pipes, to make sure any valves or pipes that were modified in the emergency situation are restored to their typical uses, and to have Alberta Health Services test our water to make sure it's safe for consumption. We will continue to provide updates daily on how we are progressing. Over the weekend, we received a few pieces of good news that I would like to share with you. While we know that many of you have been able to collect rainwater at home, there are others who haven't had that opportunity. So we are making sure that non-potable water from the river is available for all of you to access safely. So we're offering this to the public in the same way that we have offered it for commercial and construction uses. So in addition to both the Ogden boat launch and Baker Park, there are now 4 more locations where you can bring your containers to get non-potable water in the city. And those 4 locations are the Spy Hill Landfill, the Genesis Center, Ambrose University, and Bishop O'Byrne High School. You can go to any of these 6 locations between 7 o'clock in the morning and 7 o'clock in the evening with your containers. And as a reminder, this is non-potable water. So just like the water that comes out of your rain barrel, it is not fit for drinking or preparing any type of food. It is to be used for watering your plants and watering your gardens. And remember, when you are watering your plants, water them at the root and not on the fruit. And anytime you are bringing anything in from your garden to eat or prepare, make sure you're washing it very thoroughly. Now, before you head down to one of these distribution centers, I want you to think about the type of container that you're taking. When you load them up with water, they can become quite heavy. And we are also going to allow 100 liters per person to be collected. And I will ask you to please think about your neighbors and community members and only take as much as you need so we have enough for everyone. We also have some great news about the traffic situation. Because I know how important it is for all of you to get 16th Avenue back up and running, you'll be happy to know that the section of 16th Avenue that's between Home Road and 49th Street Northwest has been reopened to traffic. There are still traffic closures in place in the active repair zones, so please make sure that you are checking out the maps at calgary.ca to plan for your commute. But I know the opening of more lanes on 16th is welcome news for everybody. From a construction perspective, the timeline to repair the feeder main seems to be on track, and we are still shooting for that July 5th completion date. Plans are laid out for repair work, and they're progressing the way that we had anticipated. Pipe and other materials have now been delivered to the hotspot sites, and crews are working quickly and safely to manage the welding process, which will then move us into sealing and backfilling. Following that, we will move towards flushing of the line and testing of water quality. And for any of you out there who are interested in the technical components, we've made those available for you through our frequently asked questions or FAQs that are available on the calgary.ca website. And, of course, we will make sure that we are coming to you every morning at 8:30 and 2 p.m. to let you know more about the progress. I want to express my gratitude for all of the city crews who are working around the clock and so many of the corporate partners who are doing this out there together with them. It's critical work and it is valued. I'm also grateful to the number of business leaders who have taken the time to meet with me, whether it's on the ground in Bowness and Montgomery, or it's folks from the oil and gas and construction sectors who have taken the time to exchange ideas, offer up resources, and in some cases set up peer networks so that city crews and private sector crews are able to exchange ideas and information. My desire to make this a collaborative mission to repair the broken feeder main is something that you also strongly believed in, and it's given us the ability to work together towards water system restoration. So again, many thanks to businesses and community leaders, as well as all of you in Calgary, Tsuut'ina Nation, Strathmore, Airdrie, and Chestermere for everything you are doing to conserve water. Your actions matter, and you are making a difference. I will see you again today at 2 p.m. from the Emergency Operations Center.